Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. When you think about the AFC North, it's impossible not to notice how competitive this division always is. You have the Baltimore Ravens, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and of course, our beloved Cleveland Browns. Each team constantly battles to be at the top, fighting through injuries, coaching changes, and roster shifts. But what's really grabbing everyone's attention right now isn't just the usual division rivalry banter. It's the ripple effect of a potential move in New England that could have massive consequences for the Browns and the entire AFC North. And no, I'm not talking about some off-season rumor mill. This is about strategic moves, veteran leadership, and how teams are positioning themselves for the next season and beyond. Let's start by setting the scene. The Browns, as you all know, are in an interesting spot right now. They're coming off a season where they showed flashes of brilliance, but also moments that left fans scratching their heads. The quarterback position has been a roller coaster. Despite some promising performances from Deshaun Watson, there are still questions about consistency and health. Meanwhile, the organization has been working diligently to build a roster that can contend, especially on the offensive line and in the skill positions. But the quarterback situation remains a key puzzle, and the front office is clearly exploring options to ensure they're not caught off guard as the season approaches. Now, on the other side of the coin, you have the New England Patriots. It's no secret that Bill Belichick is a master chess player when it comes to roster moves. The Patriots have been in a bit of a transitional phase over the past couple of seasons. They've leaned heavily on veteran players and have been trying to figure out how to develop young talent while still competing at a high level. And that's where things get interesting, especially regarding their quarterback situation. You see, the Patriots aren't in a rush to find a new starting quarterback. They're pretty comfortable with the idea that Drake May, the young, talented signal caller from North Carolina, is their guy for the long term. They believe in his potential, and given Belichick's track record of developing quarterbacks, they're willing to be patient. But that doesn't mean they're sitting still and doing nothing. In fact, recent reports and insider whispers suggest that the Patriots are eyeing a veteran quarterback to add some depth and leadership behind May. And here's where the plot thickens. There's talk about a potential trade that could bring in a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback at a surprisingly low cost. Yes, I'm talking about Joe Flacco. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Joe Flacco, isn't he a bit past his prime? But folks, you need to look at the bigger picture. Flacco's recent resurgence with the Browns and his brief stint with the Colts proved that he still has gas in the tank. He's a proven leader, with a veteran presence that can be invaluable in a locker room full of young quarterbacks. Let's take a moment to appreciate what Joe Flacco has meant for the NFL. Coming into the league back in 2008, Flacco was one of those quarterbacks who immediately made an impact. Remember his playoff run with the Baltimore Ravens in 2012? The guy led that team to a Super Bowl victory, earning Super Bowl MVP honors in the process. That was a defining moment in his career and solidified his reputation as a clutch performer. Since then, he's been a journeyman, bouncing around different teams, but his skill set has always been respected, especially for his ability to manage games and stay cool under pressure. And now, at 39, Flacco is still showing that he can be a reliable backup or even a bridge quarterback. His recent time with Cleveland was nothing short of a storybook ending for a guy who's been around the league for over a decade. He's demonstrated he can still throw the ball accurately and make smart decisions in high-pressure situations. His familiarity with NFL defenses, especially in play-action and balanced systems, makes him a perfect fit for teams looking for stability and veteran leadership. So why would the Patriots be interested in bringing Flacco into the fold? Well, besides his experience and leadership qualities, Flacco can serve as a mentor to May, helping him adjust to the NFL's speed and complexity. Plus, with the Patriots' current roster construction, featuring a backfield with Ramondre Stevenson, the rookie Tre'Veon Henderson, and Antonio Gibson. They are leaning heavily on their ground game. Flacco's familiarity with run-heavy, play-action systems aligns perfectly with their offensive philosophy. He can step in if May needs a break or if injury strikes, without throwing the offense into chaos. Now, this brings us to a crucial point. The Browns' quarterback situation is, let's say, a bit in flux. They resigned Joe Flacco, which many interpreted as an indication they're planning to wait a year before drafting or acquiring another quarterback. Then, they went ahead and drafted Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round and also picked up Shedeur Sanders in the 5th. It's a lot of talent, but it also creates a crowded room. The Browns now have 4 quarterbacks on their roster, each with a different skill set and experience. This kind of depth is good, but it also raises questions about who stays and who might be traded. And what about Flacco? Is he just a backup, or could he be used as a bargaining chip in a bigger trade? The Browns have been strategic in how they've approached their quarterback room, but with so many talented players, some moves are inevitable. It's all about finding the right fit, and Flacco's veteran presence could be the key to either stabilizing the room or being part of a deal that reshapes the AFC North landscape. Meanwhile, the division itself is evolving. The Ravens continue to build around Lamar Jackson, and the Bengals are looking to repeat their offensive success with Joe Burrow. The Steelers, under Mike Tomlin, are always competitive, and the Browns are trying to take that next step. The AFC North is a battleground, and every move, big or small, can tip the balance. A veteran like Flacco could be the difference maker for the Patriots or even influence what the Browns do in the coming months. Now, as Browns fans, I know you're always looking toward the future with hope and anticipation. You want your team to not only contend but to dominate. The quarterback position is the crown jewel of any NFL team, and the decisions being made right now could shape the franchise for years. Whether it's Deshaun Watson's health and consistency, or how the Browns utilize their draft picks and roster depth, every piece counts. And don't forget, the NFL is a league where veteran leadership and strategic moves often determine success. Bringing in a guy like Flacco, even as a backup, might seem like a small move, but it could be the final piece that helps the Browns solidify their championship aspirations. In the end, the story of the NFL is always about evolution. Teams are constantly adjusting, making trades, signing veterans, and developing young talent. The Browns are no different. They are in a critical phase, building a roster that can compete now and for years to come. As fans, our job is to stay tuned, stay passionate, and support our team through every twist and turn. Because in the NFL, nothing is ever set in stone, and surprises are around every corner. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, it's exciting to think about what might come next for the Browns. Will they make a bold move in the draft? Will they trade one of their quarterbacks to shore up other positions? Or will they keep the current roster intact and develop their young guns? Whatever happens, one thing is for sure, the AFC North isn't going to make it easy. The Ravens are always formidable, the Bengals are hungry to prove they're still the top dogs offensively, and the Steelers are never to be underestimated under Mike Tomlin's leadership. The Browns, with their mix of veteran talent and young potential, are positioning themselves for a serious run, and the strategic addition of a veteran like Joe Flacco could be just what they need to push over the edge. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. Do you think Flacco is the missing piece? Are you excited about the draft or the roster moves? Or do you believe the team should focus more on developing their young quarterbacks? Whatever your views are, this is your community, and your voice is what makes it special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come for our team. Let's keep the faith, keep the passion alive, and watch as our Browns make history in the seasons ahead.